Hi everybody, I'm Vicki Doudera, State Representative for District 94, Camden, Rockport, and Islesboro. And it's my pleasure to address you today and tell you about some of the exciting things that happened this past session in my Energy, Utilities, and Technology Committee. We dealt with close to 100 bill proposals, and 50 of those were made into law. So we had a busy and very exciting session. We really took great steps on climate change, energy independence, and security, that important steps that are going to make us a leader in clean energy jobs and set us on a path to 100% clean energy by 2050. So we also provided some new consumer protections to improve power outage restoration, cable television options, and accurate energy billing. So it was a big session. I'm going to focus on some of the highlights for you, and please know that if you have any questions and you want to reach out on any of these, I'm always available. First off, LD 1364, an act regarding net neutrality in internet policy that restricts internet service providers from blocking, slowing down, or speeding up the delivery of online content at their discretion. That was an important step that we took, along with an act to protect the privacy of online customer information, and that will prevent ISPs operating in Maine from selling or sharing your personal data without your permission. We passed an important law to modernize the E911 laws to include text messaging and other methods of contacting E911. And this is important, and actually just a day or two ago we received word that Maine has received a $680,000 federal grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation. We're one of 34 states to do that, and that will help us, again, continue to modernize our emergency 911 system. We, LD 1192, an act to establish municipal access to utility poles located in the rights of way. Sounds kind of trivial, but it's very important that municipalities are able to actually use some of the space on the telephone poles, and we made that happen, so that was a great thing. Finally, let's see, LD 1282, an act to establish a Green New Deal for Maine. This is an exciting workforce boosting effort and renewable energy boosting program. It's going to create apprenticeship opportunities and also support energy conservation by encouraging and requiring solar energy generation at Maine schools. And I know that Camden Hills Regional High School is already looking into adopting some solar energy over there, so that's exciting. LD 1494, an act to reform Maine's renewable portfolio standard. This increases our RPS to achieve 80% renewable energy by 2030, up from 40% today, and will give us a goal of 100% by 2050. LD 91, an act to eliminate gross metering. That was one of the first things we did right off the bat, and that resets the state's metering policy for solar to ensure that consumers who produce electricity from solar panels will be fairly compensated for supplying excess energy back to the grid. We also did an important bill on offshore wind to jumpstart Maine Aquaventus. They were stalled in the previous administration, and we are, our own University of Maine are the ones responsible for that technology. So we will be getting the offshore wind, deep offshore wind program on its feet and running. We also passed at least one bill dealing with electrical vehicles and charging stations. Efficiency Maine Trust is going to be administering that, and we are going to get that up and rolling. And finally, LD 1711, an act to promote solar energy projects and distributed generation resources in Maine. That is, and the Natural Resources Council of Maine calls that a sweeping solar bill, and that sets solar prices in a way that will incentivize increased distributed generation in Maine. Very exciting. Looking ahead, what we're going to be picking up next session, we are continuing to keep our eye on the potential transmission corridor project. We have directed the PUC to report to us on that, the viability, what's going on with that, but also the viability of consumer-owned utilities, buying out Emera Maine and CMP, so the PUC is looking into that for us. And we are also working on passing a bond that will help fund broadband and bring affordable, equitable access to high-speed internet for more Mainers. We know that that is crucial and something that we all realize that the state needs. So those are the things we'll be looking at in the future when we pick up again. We're actually met once this summer, and we'll be meeting a few more times to hear from the PUC regarding the Central Maine Power billing difficulties. So we're keeping our eye on that. So I want to thank you for your participation in your communities and all that you're doing to foster clean energy. And I want to thank you for listening to my presentation today. And I have a little song to send you off with. You are my sunshine, my only